Religion is an extremely profitable business, contributing more than $1.2 trillion of socioeconomic value to the United States alone. Many countries do not tax religious organizations, or at least tax them at a much lower rate compared to other forms of organizations. Over time, organizations have started investing. With over 80% of the world's population identifying as religious, there is a huge market for religion. Religious organizations are most likely worth more than estimated, as they often do not disclose their records. Today, we'll be looking at the 10 richest religious organizations in the world. Before we get into the video, we will only be looking at religious organizations. They must be considered a recognized organization to be considered for this list. The worth of these organizations has been calculated to US dollars. Number 10. Church of Scientology, $2 billion. You may be surprised to learn that the Church of Scientology has over 11,000 churches. Even more surprising is that the organization is worth over $2 billion. Many associates of the church with Tom Cruise, a strong proponent of Scientology. He isn't the only celebrity that supports the organization, nor is he the only wealthy one. The church has therapy sessions that are over $800 an hour, along with other expensive practices. Profits from practices alongside huge donations have allowed the net worth of the Church of Scientology to skyrocket. Scientology has also spread worldwide and has continued to accrue strong numbers in the United States, where the organization originated. The organization could be worth much more through investing or other methods, as Scientology tends to be private about its funding and donations. If you think that was crazy, be sure to drop a like on the video. Let's talk about even more religious organizations that are insanely rich. Number 9. Opus Dei, $2.8 billion. Opus Dei is a religious organization located in Italy. It is considered part of the Catholic Church and has around 90,000 followers. Similar to Scientology, many believe it is a cult, as it holds some, unique views. While its core membership is located in Italy, the organization has spread worldwide. Over the last 90 years, it has made a lot of money and is assumed to be worth around $2.8 billion. The organization is no longer growing as it was, so it is likely that Scientology will surpass it in the next few years. Italy has extensive tax breaks for religious organizations, making Opus Dei's worth reasonable. It's interesting to think how this religious organization would be if it still existed to this day. Number 8. Catholic Church of Australia, $3 billion. Another organization under the Catholic Church, something that will become common in this list, is the Catholic Church of Australia. It is worth a whopping $3 billion or 4.3 billion Australian dollars. Australia has allowed tax exemption to all recognized religious organizations. The church has over 5 million followers, more than a fifth of the entire Australian population. Some fear that the Catholic Church of Australia could be in decline, as membership has actually been declining after multiple abuse scandals came to light. Still, the organization is worth $3 billion and has St. Mary's Cathedral. The cathedral is located in Sydney and is one of the most renowned cathedrals. Many claim that despite reporting high membership and having so much capital, it is struggling with attendance. It will be interesting to see if the Catholic Church of Australia can rebound after the repercussions caused by a number of reported scandals, some of which were covered up. If attendance continues to be stifled, the organization could see its net worth decline in the coming years. Number 7. Trinity Church in New York, $6 billion. There are over 200 congregations in the Episcopal Diocese of New York. This includes Trinity Church, located in Lower Manhattan. Their church alone is worth over $6 billion, so the entire Episcopal Diocese could be closer to 10. However, their records aren't public. Trinity Church was forced to hand over their records, which showed a net worth of over $6 billion, mainly in real estate. The religious organization owns a stake in 12 high-end properties near the church. Many called the church out for misusing its tax exemption. Trinity Church is also land rich and has capitalized on the opportunity. Let us know down below if you believe the Trinity Church should be allowed to continue its real estate practice, which is free of taxes. There is a lot of controversy of the legality stipulations regarding taxes and religious groups. What do you think? Leave it in the comments down below. Number 6. Church of England, $7.8 billion. This time, a non-Catholic organization, the Church of England is worth over $7.8 billion. Founded in 1534 in retaliation of the Catholic Church, the Church of England now has over 25 million followers. While the Anglican Church may not be as large or wealthy as the Catholic Church, it is still worth a lot of money and owns quite a bit of asset. When first established, the Church of England was extremely powerful, so much so that it was later reduced and mostly removed from the English government. The Church of England has the Canterbury Cathedral, one of the most famous pieces of architecture in England. The Church of England is technically still a government body, meaning it is an organization. Just like the Trinity Church, the Church of England used to have investment funds to cash in. It's likely that a majority of the organizations on this list practice some form of an investment portfolio. You may be surprised by the next organization on this list. Number 5. Salvation Army, $9 billion. Salvation Army is a religious organization and also enjoys the perks. The worldwide charity is worth a lot of money, $9 billion worth. It has over 1.7 million members and receives countless donations. Salvation Army itself is non-profit, but its stores are not, meaning merchandise is for profit, not necessarily charity. Altogether, the Salvation Army is worth quite a bit. It is one of the biggest charities and has continued to stay relevant and active. However, it has been clouded in controversy. Some see it less like a charity and more as a church, using the title as a charity to maximize profits. However, the owners and executives of the organization make nothing or little to nothing. The head of the company only receives around $20,000. While some may argue the legitimacy surrounding the charity, there is no denying its influence and wealth, as it is the 5th richest religious organization at $6 billion. Number 4. Vatican, $16 billion. The Vatican is the staple of Catholicism, where Pope Francis presides and where the papacy rules. The Vatican is one of the most religious places in the world, if not the most. However, you may be surprised to see it ranked 4th on this list. The Catholic Church was given its own power, making it an official government body. Governments are considered organizations, so it does manage to place on this list. The reason the Vatican ranks 4th is mainly because its assets aren't able to be calculated into its worth. For example, its estate is protected and it is not buyable. If one could buy land in the Vatican would surely be worth much, much more. Many of its art has never been evaluated for how much it would be worth, as it will likely never be sold. A lot of the value actually comes from the art, so that's a major contributing factor for why it places 4th. The Vatican also keeps its finances close to heart, so it's difficult to calculate. Experts say it's safe to calculate the value of the Vatican at around $16 billion. The treasures in the Vatican vault are worth around $8 billion alone. Perhaps it is worth much more and deserves to be higher on this list, but it's impossible to know. Number 3. Protestant Church in Germany, $25 billion. Another non-Catholic addition to this list. The Protestant Church in Germany is worth a cool $25 billion. This may surprise some, especially how high it ranks on this list. The Protestant churches in Germany are part of a larger federation, collectively forming the Protestant Church in Germany. A fourth of Germany is Protestant, so it's extremely organized. It competes with the Catholic Church in Germany, as both are neck and neck in terms of wealth and membership. The Protestant Church has some amazing churches in Germany, such as in Wiesbaden. Because of how unified Protestants have been in Germany, their federation has been extremely successful, but not quite as successful as our next entry on this list. Number 2. Catholic Church in Germany, $26 billion. The Catholic Church in Germany, another federation, beats out its Protestant counterpart by $1 billion, meaning the total worth of the Catholic Federation is $26 billion. A larger portion of the country is Catholic, 31% to the Protestants' 25%. Cologne Cathedral is by far the most well-known cathedral in Germany. The Federation even has its own Catholic Congress. The Federation is also the second biggest employer in Germany. The Catholic Church in Germany has serious power and influence on the country. Similar to the Church of England, it was once dominant over the entire government. With a net worth of $26 billion, the Catholic Church in Germany ranks a solid second on this list. Number 1. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, $100 billion. By far the richest religious organization in the world is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Quite a mouthful. It's worth a whopping $100 billion, with some claiming it is worth well over $100 billion. So why is Latter-day worth so much? The Mormon Church hid its riches quite well. Despite being a religious organization, it was a massive investment fund, one of the largest in the world. The organization, based in Salt Lake City, has taken advantage of tax exemption, making billions in the process. The church itself is luxurious, but no one was aware of just how much money was being made through investments. The money was not all legitimate. Some of the money was intended for charity, but the church decided to invest the money instead. The church controlled multiple nonprofit organizations, taking advantage of donors. Since 1997, the church has grown from $12 to $100 billion. There are claims that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints isn't worth nearly $100 billion, but multiple whistleblowers and officials have claimed the estimate is legitimate. Let us know what you think about the Latter-day scandal. So that'll do it. Those were the 10 richest religious organizations in the world. It's clear that religious organizations are able to make a lot of money in a lot of different ways, some that may even be considered unethical. Let us know down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell so you can be informed of our next upload. Thanks!